All right, folks, end of an era for DJ Minds, man. Who remembers this? This is my last day ever here in this home, man. The 3-car garage. We used to have a bunch of GPUs here, tons of Optimizers, everything. It's all cleaned out. I'm going to change it now so you don't see me, but you'll still hear my voice. But this is what I'm leaving the new people. So I think it's pretty cool. I think every man would love this, right? Like, hey, I'm giving them a free snowblower, a free electric snowblower. Some of my old shelves, I did keep the one that I put all my Optimizers on, just one of them, I think. And the other one, I don't remember. And yeah, man, it's all cleaned out. And this is it. This is really where I expanded. And I want to talk about my journey a little bit. But before I talk about the journey, let me just take you downstairs and kind of show you the basement where we used to have a bunch of GPUs as well. And you know, it's not perfect, but it is ready for us to sell the house, and hopefully the new people are bringing in their stuff tomorrow, actually. So yeah, I used to have a couple, well, 1 or 2 rigs here and a couple rigs here, and this is where I used to film for you guys. DJ Minds, about to take the internet up. It's crazy, man. My computer used to be right here. I used to have all that full GPUs, and they wanted to keep this furniture. And over here, if you didn't know, actually used to be where I'd put all my spare parts. And I was gonna, I hate the color of this. I've always hated this. My realtor said, don't do it. They'll change it. And I hate these blinds that came with the house, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, man, it's just crazy to see. We used to have all the banners here. Feels like DJ Minds is ending, but it's not. Don't worry, man. There's new adventures. And yeah, it's really exciting news, guys. It's really exciting for me because I'm finally moving to Virginia. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of against the move. Didn't really want to move, still don't really want to move, but I don't have a choice, right? My job says you got to move, and you know, it is what it is. You do what they tell you, you know what I mean? So the good news is I am on vacation for like the next month, and you know, I'm moving to Virginia, guys. So I'm hoping to get free power, or it's not really free power. I'm trying to find a place that has power included, and then we could, you know, mine for free, which would be awesome. But obviously I couldn't do like 240, which sucks. I might be able to get away with like one little outlet or something like that. But I want to talk about the end of DJ Minds in this location. Okay, just this location, not all of DJ Minds. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make it so the audio doesn't suck too bad for you guys. Not the end of DJ Minds in general, just at this location. But you know, what's next for the channel? What do we have to look forward to? Well, moving to Virginia, I think is going to be awesome for my channel long term. Obviously, I don't have my computer right now. And that kind of sucks, that kind of stinks. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to be closer to Voskcoin. I think Django is doing some business over there. Maybe I could visit Django, you know, maybe I could see Crypto. Oh my God, well, I can't think of his name. He's a good friend of mine. He even recorded my video for me. Oh my God, not Crypto Frank. Crypto Craig, I'm so sorry, Crypto Craig. I love Crypto Craig, you know, and I'll be close to the hobbyist miner. And yeah, I'll be really close to Washington. Well, not really close. I'll be a couple hours away from Washington, D.C. So maybe I'll be able to hang out with Endless in Maryland. Or I think it's going to be really cool. You know, I'll be able to drive to Mind Disrupt. My parents actually live in Florida. So it's only like, I don't know, depending on where, a really fast flight there, or I could potentially drive there, which would probably take a while though. But right now, I live so close to Canada that anytime somebody wants to hang out or collab or do a video, I can't do that with them, right? And the electric rate is terrible. I mean, my electric rate right now is 22 cents. You know, when I first bought this house, it was 12 cents. And like literally the month I moved in, it went to 15 cents, which was terrible. And that ruined all my dreams. You know, 12 cents is still not a good electric rate, to be honest, but it was manageable. But dude, at 20, you know, 15 when I first moved in, so bad. And then 22 now, and I'm just so fed up, right? Nothing's profitable. Even if you're like Red Panda, 7 cents, I mean, you're making a couple pennies, you know, but if I could get power included, ooh, I've done that before, guys. I've done that before where we had power included for 2 years. And you can do that. It's very hard to do, but and your landlord's not going to like you, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can do that. But anyways, I'm super excited about the opportunities for this channel being just so much closer. You know, the East Coast is much better. It's a decent spot. You know, it's kind of in between New York. Virginia's kind of in between New York and Florida. So you're right in the middle, and I can travel a lot easier, and I could go to more conventions, and I could go to Richmond, and I could, you know, there's a lot more things I can do than living right next to Canada, where I'm out in the middle of nowhere, where, you know, people think New York, oh, you live in New York City. No, dude, live like 5 hours, 5.5 hours from New York City. There's nothing to do out here. I mean, look at my yard. I love this yard. You know, it's amazing. Just to tell you guys, now that I'm moving, I don't really care. It's 10 acres. So it's great, you know, but at the same time, there's no one to hang out with. There's no one to talk to. As far as like YouTube content and collabing and doing all that stuff, there's just no opportunity for any of that, unfortunately. And here we are. So yeah, I think absolutely it's going to be 10 times better for really a lot of things in general. And so what am I doing now that I'm on leave or vacation for a whole month? Well, I've been really getting back into comic books. Go ahead and subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Comic DJ. Again, I'm not getting rid of DJ Minds or anything, but it's called Comic Space DJ. I think I have less than 1,000 subscribers. I used to do comic book stuff, so I'm not going full-time comic book or anything, but it's really fun to do. So yeah, hey, you know what? Side note, if any of you have comic book collections for cheap, let me know, man. You got some comic books laying around. Maybe I could buy them off you for dirt cheap or something. That'd be cool. But yeah, so it's crazy, man. I did so much for my YouTube channel here, and I thought in the last bull run, you know, because I was making buku money. Who wasn't, right? Off Ethereum and all this stuff. I was like, screw my job. I'm going to get out. You know, I'm going to go full-time crypto. This stuff's never going to end. That's kind of how it was feeling. And so I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And so thank God I did not leave my full-time job, man, because, you know, once you leave your full-time job, which I've not done, but once you leave your full-time job, that's a different ball game, right? Now you got to take more sponsors you might not want to take and sell out a lot more than you might not want to sell out. And I get that. I'm not mad at anybody who has to do that to put food on their table. Just to be clear, I'm not mad at anybody who has to do that. I totally get it, right? But I just don't want my channel to get too out of control. And I feel like, you know, right now, if I was living off YouTube, which isn't possible for me at my size, but if I was, oh, dude, I'd have to be taking all types of like crappy ads and running 2-3 ads a video. And I'm so glad I don't have to do that, man. And I'm just so glad that I kept my full-time job, you know, and it would have been really, really bad because like I said, I thought I was getting out from my job and being at 12 cents and then 15 instantly. And then over time, we're at 22 cents. And it's like, wow, imagine, man, if I would have, you know, quit my full-time job, lost that security. And look at the market now. It's so bad. The market is freaking terrible unless you own Bitcoin. And one thing I'm so glad I did, I actually put 60% of my money into Bitcoin. If you guys remember, I made a video on that. And wow, you know, my portfolio, because I didn't believe in most of these shit coins. And now that Bitcoin's gone up so much, honestly, if I had to guess, I think my portfolio is like 85% Bitcoin. And I'm so glad I did that, right? Like, you guys know me, I love to mess around, you know, $500 here on Moodang, or $1,000 on this stupid, you know, I don't know, Ergo or some crap, or Cadena, or, you know, a bunch of these little trashy coins. And those are fun. No offense to Ergo or any of them. I'm sure they're great. You know, and I'm sure they're awesome. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, right? Anything that's not Bitcoin is a shit coin in my eyes, and probably most of you as well. So I'm just so glad that I didn't go too all in on these crap coins. Obviously, I bought 20 Aletheia miners and stuff, and that was a lot of money, but I still have that much more Bitcoin that my portfolio is probably 80% Bitcoin, I would guess. You know, I've been buying Bitcoin, man. I've just been buying Bitcoin. And I've stopped for quite a while. I think the last time I bought Bitcoin, if I had to estimate, was like 73, 75. I don't know, maybe on a dip or something. So anyways, guys, if you guys don't mind these type of videos, you know, talking head videos, I could probably do 1 or 2 a week for you if you want. If not, you can just wait for my computer until I move in, and that'll probably be like the end of August or something. So let me know if you're interested in me doing talking head videos, because I obviously can't do mining videos. So if you made it to this part of the video, just for DJ Minds old tour, man, put in hashtag, I don't know what this is called. We'll do hashtag Square because it's a Square D company. So hashtag Square if you made it to this part. And that means that you want to watch more videos talking head. You got to let me know though, or else I'm just going to not make videos anymore until I get my computer. I love every single one of you, man. Just know big things are coming. Hit me up if you got comic books for sale. I love you. See you guys in Virginia. Bye-bye.